to keep things moving here. It says, given that one of the roots, z is equal to 2 minus I, they even said it was a root, what will the other root be? 2 plus I. So while we're at it, let's make factors out of these. Z minus 2 plus I equals 0. And notice what happens to the 2. It's still the same for the conjugate, still minus 2. So when I multiply those out, I get z squared minus 4z. 4 plus 1 is 5. But you can multiply those out. All the i's will cancel out, so I don't even have to do that. You want to see how I did that quickly? I multiplied these two to get z squared. I multiplied these two to get negative 4z. And then I multiplied these two to get, and added to get 5. 4 minus I squared will be plus 1. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Z squared minus 2z minus 2z. You can do all the other ones, but they'll all cancel out, right? So that's just my shortcut. You don't have to do it that way. Then I'm going to have z squared minus 4z plus 5, and I'm going to multiply by something to get z cubed plus az squared plus z plus 5. Okay? Z squared times what will give me z cubed? Z. 5 times what will give me 5? Plus 1. So I think what this will do is it'll be z cubed will have negative 4z, and we'll have, or z squared, right? Negative 4z squared plus 1z squared. We'll have 5z, and then we'll have negative 4z. What's 5z minus 4z? 1z. That's what my grandson wears. And then negative 4, he's 7 months. He's not old. Okay, 4z squared plus z squared will be negative 3z squared. So I am saying A is negative 3. How many got negative 3? Nice. Mike, a question on that? It's a little, well, you maybe didn't do it wrong. There's many ways to do this, but negative 3 is the right answer. Yeah?
So I got to the first purple part, but then I'm kind of lost how you got A.
Sure, sure. So what you could do, yeah, let's do it this way. Z squared minus 4z plus 5. And you're okay with how I got the z plus 1. We want to find out what that term is for A. So you can FOIL this if you want. Z cubed plus z squared negative 4z squared minus 4z. And then you have plus 5z plus 5. How does it make sense? So you FOIL those out. 11 should work out just as nicely. And then just to wrap this one up, write down an equation of the lowest degree for these coefficients. So 2, 1, 1 plus I. For sure you're going to have x minus 2. What's another factor you're going to have? X minus 1. What's another factor you're going to have? X minus 1 minus I, and we'll have one more guaranteed, plus I, yep. Because all the time these come in pairs. So you can't have one without the other. So then if you wanted to multiply these out, you'd get x squared minus 3x plus 2. And then you'd multiply these out, we'll get x squared minus 2x plus 2. And then they would FOIL those out. This is good enough for me. You get the concept here. How many factors will this one have in part D? 4. Yep. You don't have to multiply those out. I think you got it. You didn't